Jordan, a Middle Eastern monarchy with a population of 6 million, has, like other regional countries, seen its share of protests lately.
Unlike in Egypt, Libya, or even neighboring Syria, where violence is rampant and scores are being killed, the situation here in Jordan is relatively tame.
That's because in Jordan, reformists are calling for electoral change and political freedom versus the opposition made up of pro-government supporters.
We need change. There is change all over the Middle East. It's time for change in Jordan too.
In March, when government supporters and reformists faced off, violence erupted. One person was killed and 120 others were wounded. But April 1st protests following Friday prayers were calm. People even sang and unfurled the national flag. That may be because Jordan's King Abdullah has promised to implement reform. And to prove it, he let go of his cabinet and appointed a committee specifically designed to oversee reform.
We're believing in His Majesty's attitudes toward to build up this country with reform, whether it is political or economic or even the social one. So upon what we're seeing since the past 3 months, we're waiting to see some great movement. We started to taste this movement on the ground.
But one leading political analyst says that unless the king actively steps in to implement that change soon, the situation will stalemate and little will move, leading to possibly more protests over time.
Unless the king himself leads the reform, the committees, the dialogue, I believe there will be many attempts to sabotage any other effort for reform.
The good news, at least here, is that the situation isn't characterized by a dire do-or-die nature.
Jordan's monarchy has traditionally been perceived as docile and liberal, but revolution fever sweeping the Middle East has also caught on in this small country. And now nationals are waiting to see if the king and his committee will make good on their promises. Stephanie Freed, CCTV, in Amman, Jordan.